Forever I will sing of your love and goodness, O Lord, for rewarding me for my generosity. Brothers and sisters, welcome to the 13th Sunday in Ordinary Time. In today's first reading, an unnamed woman showed great kindness to a stranger called Elisha, without thinking of what to gain from this encounter. She later got her husband to agree with her that there is need for them to provide shelter for Prophet Elisha, who passed daily through the door of their house in Shunem. As you know, there is a saying which goes, "One good turn deserves another." Prophet Elisha began thinking of how to reciprocate this act of kindness by asking Gehazi, the servant of this woman, how best to help her. Gehazi interceded on behalf of his kind mistress by telling Elisha that she has no son and her husband is old. Elisha decreed that this woman would hold a son in her arms through the grace and mercy of God. The significance of the gesture of this woman exemplified faith in action as echoed by Matthew in the Gospel. When our hearts encounter God and we are truly in love with God, our material and our intangible gifts are totally put at the service of God and humanity. Think of it. More than half of the world's population are not rich enough, like the unnamed woman and her husband, to build a small room for a stranger and feed him or her. And you, listening to me, may be one of those who cannot afford to build a room for any needy person. But we can draw and invite people to the room of our hearts through our gift of joyful laughter, peaceful presence, openness, sharing and bringing positive energy to their lives. These gifts do not cost money. You can also be generous in sharing your values, good thoughts about others, praying for the other person, joining in solidarity with all who make efforts to rid our world of hatred, injustice, disease, ignorance, mental and material poverty. In that way, we, like the woman, will be rewarded for giving a cup of cold water to the little prophets and prophetesses who pass by the doors of our hearts each day. And so the question for examination of conscience as we listen to the readings of today could be, how spontaneous and selfless are you when you see someone with a need? Do you expect anything in return as you give a favor? How do you treat the Elishas who pass the physical and spiritual doors of your heart? Remember, God promised us, if anyone gives so much to one of these little ones, I tell you solemnly, the person will most certainly not lose his or her reward. May God bless us all.